Welcome back. I have Dan Oweiler here, who's with Sterling Financial, and I actually told him I was excited about this subject because I really don't know much about Social Security.
Well, Lisa, if you get excited about Social Security, it's not hard to impress you then.
Well, anyway, so what's going on with Social Security? Are there new things we need to know?
Well, I don't know if there's things you need to know, but sometimes people aren't aware of some of the benefits or how you qualify for benefits, and so I thought maybe one of the interesting things is what allows spouses to qualify for benefits, because sometimes spouses may not work. They might be raising children or whatever it might be, and there's actually spousal benefits that you can receive, as a wife or a partner, so to speak. The first requirement, however, is your working spouse has to qualify for benefits.
Right.
You don't just get benefits just because you're a spouse. So they qualify for benefits. And it used to be you could file for benefits, suspend, and then your spouse could receive their benefits. They don't allow you to do that anymore. They used to call it file and suspend. And so what they do is they took that loophole away because people were filing just so their spouses could start getting a benefit. And they took that out. So in order for a spouse to get benefits, the other spouse has to, or partner has to be taking benefits themselves. Okay. Normal retirement age depends upon when you were born. It started out at 65. The original date was 65. It went to 66. Then it went to 66 and a half. Now it's 67. And
people are living longer. What are you going to do?
Well, it's not so much living longer. It's just that they project Social Security will run out in 2034. And so, unfortunately, we do this on our seminar. When Social Security first came into play, there were 42 workers working for every one that was on Social Security. So most of the population was working. There was less on Social Security. Well, because of the baby boomer generation, there's 10,000 baby boomers retiring every day. 80 million over the next decade. And so the number of Social Security, or people receiving Social Security, has increased significantly. And so now there's only 3 workers supporting one person on Social Security. So it went from 43 down to 3. And so Social Security, they're going to have to do some things, and they're always trying to tighten up some loopholes, and this spousal benefit is kind of some of the ways they've done this. They're going to have to make some changes one way or the other. They've thrown out ideas anywhere from making it means-based, so people like you who make lots of money that won't get Social Security,
you jest.
But and in order to receive a spousal benefit, the earliest you can do that is age 62. So, so at age 62, you can start taking that, but it's going to be reduced.
All right. Yep. And then, so the maximum spousal benefit is how much?
The maximum spousal benefit is 50% of what they call the full retirement benefit. So at age 66 or 66 and a half, whatever it is, you can get full retirement benefits. You don't have to worry about offsetting work or anything like that. So let's assume that somebody at age 66 is receiving $2,000 a month, just for discussion purposes. The spouse can receive half of that, if they wait till age 66. If they take it at age 62, that would be reduced. So the maximum amount is what it is age 66. If if the spouse decides to delay their benefit till age 70, that benefit increases at 8% every year. But the spouse does not get 50% of the higher amount. It's their normal working or retirement age benefit.
All right. And so what would happen once let's say I was married and my husband passes away.
Okay.
And then and they were taking retirement at that time.
Okay, so
then what happens
the
to the
husband
widow?
was getting $2,000. This wife was getting $1,000.
Right.
The husband passes away. The wife gets to choose which benefit she wants.
Well, that wouldn't be a hard choice.
Well, normally it isn't, but sometimes the wife has worked.
Oh, I see.
And it has a higher benefit than the husband.
Oh,
and so she would keep her own benefit and let her husband's go away.
All right. And then what if the wife never worked?
She gets to choose
Again.
either her or her husband's. Obviously, we would hope she would choose the $2,000.
Right.
But in that regard, she does lose 33% of her Social Security income.
Oh,
so
wow, okay.
Income planning is part of all this process, but it's Social Security tends to play an important part, but it wasn't meant to do that.
Right.
What it was meant to do was be kind of a safety net for people in retirement. And it came as a result of the Depression and all the people that were in the Depression.
Right.
They brought in Social Security, but it wasn't meant to be our sole means of...
Well, right, and now a lot of people are relying just on that because they haven't put anything away.
That's correct.
Right.
And so sometimes we will recommend people start taking it at age 62. If you take it at age 62, you're going to get a discount. Okay, if you wait till age 70, you're going to get a bonus type of thing.
Right.
We've encouraged people to take at age 62 because they have no other income coming in.
Right, exactly.
But if you have the means of other assets or retirement accounts that you can pull in income and allow you to delay your Social Security, it's a guaranteed return of 8% on your money while you're delaying that.
I've often noticed that many people are now working longer because they can.
Right.
So they're not drawing on any Social Security at all. So
Correct.
if you can work, obviously work longer, right?
Correct.
Okay.
The more you put into it, obviously the higher your benefits.
Right.
They take it off the top 30 years of your working career, the income you've paid in over that period of time.
Okay.
There's a maximum you pay in. I think it's $115,000 right now. I'm not sure. It might have gone up with inflation, but $115,000. That's the maximum you put in each year towards or as far as taxable income goes. But if you make $150,000. You're going to pay the same into Social Security as a person that makes $300,000.
So that's where they might change.
So,
things, right?
so they're talking about why should people that are currently millionaires or billionaires get Social Security?
Right.
They don't need it. The fund could use the extra money, but they've also paid into the plan over that period of time. They say, hey, it's really my money that I've paid into it. So. There's a dichotomy there that, Warren Buffett doesn't need Social Security, but he's still paid into the system.
Right. Well, the other thing is that, I lost my thought. Where you're paying, like you said, you're paying into it. Well, what would happen if they said, well, now they're going to charge you more each year, right? Because if it's only 3 to 1, they can charge you more now.
Well, there's going to be some changes, and those changes are probably going to hit those people that are 55 and younger, okay?
Yeah.
And so I have boys working with me, they're 30 years old, They're not even concerned about Social Security right now. They're worried about getting into a house or who they're going to marry or whatever it's going to do. And so, the changes are probably going to impact them. They might have to work till age 70 before they can get it. Or, they might have to put more into the plan. But if you talk to the people right now in Congress and they try to take the Social Security away from the people that are already receiving it,
yeah, no way.
they'd be voted out of office very quickly.
Exactly.
You know, it's very touchy for those people that are already receiving it.
Of course, and if that was me, I would be like, no.
So the benefits will probably affect people that are still working, that are younger, and those things. But I think that it'll always be around, but it might become eventually means tested. If you're making over $100,000 without Social Security off your pension or retirement plans, maybe you're not going to get it, or you get 50% benefit or whatever it be, but they're going to have to make some changes. The nice thing about it, though, is there are benefits for spouses. I had a client in the other day, and they didn't realize that the spouse, she had been working all of her life, he had been working all of his life. He didn't realize that he could file for benefits and the wife could still get benefits from his, get the 50% benefit, let hers accumulate it to age 70 and then get the higher amount. So there's some planning that you can do. Divorce spouses, if they've been married longer than 10 years, have an opportunity to claim on their husband's spouses or a husband's Social Security, and so there's some planning that you can do in regards to income planning.
All right, perfect. Well, thank you for this great information.
Well, it's a lot of information, but you know.
That's right. That's why you're here every Friday, because there's so much to say. All right, thank you.
All right, good to be here.
And remember, if you have any questions about the subject that we talked about today, you can always go to sterlingfa.com. We'll be right back.